Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my corner of the internet once again. My name is Jason, and today we're back with some more Shadowrun Returns. Last time we ran, I went up an elevator, I guess, basically chasing after the Ripper in his, well, we're assuming it's the Ripper. It's Dr. Holmes, I believe his name is. Let's take a look. It was, fine, Dr. Holmes, yes, so that was his name. We do have 4 points of karma that we can go ahead and apply to our character, but since most of our stats and everything are kind of, they're pretty high already, so stuff like willpower and stuff, and my spellcasting in general are pretty high. 4 points is not going to cut it. We can't really make an increase yet, nor can we with our body. So we're gonna hold on to those karma points to use at a later time. So I guess we're gonna go ahead and continue. I do notice that since we picked up our last upgrade with our intelligence or spellcasting, one of those categories anyways, it allows us to see ley lines through the fog of war. So if we get over there, we're gonna definitely want to slap Alex X on top of one of those. We'll say, I'm assuming those are ley lines, and over here as well, and that will, actually, I'm not even sure exactly what those do. I believe they increase magical power or something. We'll have to play around with that. I may have done that in a previous episode, but I just can't remember. So anyways, we've got two, so we'll say, hospital security guards and a violent patient. How are we going to deal with this? Because we kind of have initiative here. We can, we'll say, get behind cover, which it basically consists of an old wheelchair, which I really don't see how this would be much cover, and which is probably why it's represented with sort of an unfilled shield. I see it as these things acting more as concealment than straight up cover. They're not going to be good if there's any shooting that breaks out. Now, we'll say as far as weapons go, it does look like these guys are holding, is it batons? I'm going to try to zoom in. The way the guy's holding it looks like a gun though. So these guys, I think they're actually holding guns, which is kind of strange to me, you know, for hospital security. But remember, these guys are kind of weird. So chances are we're gonna want to take these guys out as quickly as possible because there's really no cover. So I'm thinking maybe if I use both turns to just do straight up damage, and then you know, maybe I can take them down before they even have a chance to really return fire. I don't know what the chances of that are going to be, though. Okay, so they both have the same chance of hitting, 99%. However, this one here has a critical chance of 14%. So we're going to go ahead and fire an acid stream off at this guy. I think it was called acid stream. Bam! Hit him good. Yeah, he's still standing. Now, I think it's probably best to go ahead and focus fire. One guy down before we turn our attention to the other. That way there, even if they do get a chance to return fire on us, you know, they're going to be down one man. Let's see, what can our shaman do for us? We can increase the friendly target's AP by 1 for 3 rounds. We can slow down the target's movement. Now that's target's movement, that's not AP, so that just means the enemy's not going to be able to move as far. And of course she has a mana bolt which does 8 damage. Which basically she has a chance of hitting of 99%. What about her gun? What kind of damage does this do? Now this does 10 damage, but it has a much lower chance of hitting. I'm actually going to go with the 2 less points of damage for the increased, we'll say, hit chance. So we're going to have, what was her name? Shannon Halfsky? We're going to have her, we'll say, follow up the first 2 hits on this guy. And you know, he's pretty low on health. I'm pretty sure that that damage over time is going to tick over and get him. So we're going to actually just start shooting at this guy now. Actually, no, I'm not sure about that. Yeah. And she missed. Of course she missed. Now, our street samurai, I don't believe can, actually, no, yeah, she should be able to run up and hit him. So, we'll have her run up and, with the katana, let's see, does she have any other weapons? Yeah, she has a pistol and her fists. We're gonna go ahead and use the katana because that just sounds cool, and it makes it likely that he's going to attack her because of, range. Now, he lost 1 AP. I'm wondering if that's because he was basically surprise attacked. Not too sure on that one, but, either way, it's going well-ish. I don't believe I can, I can't remember if this game has, we'll say, the chance of hitting your friendlies. I think I might be thinking of Wasteland, so let's see. Alright, he took 9 damage and he's probably gonna go down from this next burst. And I'm hoping the damage over time takes him out. Oh, he probably just survived. And he threw a grenade at us! I should have taken him out when I had the chance. And our street samurai is basically taking a hit from a crowbar. You should have been able to block that a little bit better. Come on, Iron Liz. Alright, so we've taken some damage. The guy's hanging on by a thread. That he should have gone down. So I'm gonna go ahead and maybe, oh, I don't know. We got, actually, let's see, flamethrower, and also does -1 AP. So this would probably be better against the violent prisoner, and the fire flamethrower would be better against this guy here. Although I could just hit him with a standard power bolt. Yeah, I think I'll just hit him with a power bolt. So zap you, and then I'll hit Buddy over here with a lightning bolt, just in case we can't take him down in one round. I'm pretty sure we will be able to, but, you know, just in case, I want to damage his AP so he can't do as much to our street samurai here. Alright, Shade and Half Sky, you lack any sort of ranged spellcasting right now, so hopefully you can hit this guy with a pistol. You're not that bad with a pistol, are you? Alright, well, you're 0 for 2 so far, and 0 for 3. I think that's the third shot she's missed. Alright, well, Street Samurai's basically got 2 more actions, and she's already within close range, so guy be dead. Alright, now, I don't see anyone else, but obviously we were still in sort of turn-based mode. I hate it when it does this. It means that there's probably, you know, more enemies out here to deal with, but that's not always the case, so we're gonna maybe, I'm looking around, I don't really see anything, so we'll move him up. Now, I don't see any cover. Okay, I guess we'll put him over here by the corner, sort of, we'll say overwatch him. Not that that's actually a thing, but yeah. Alright, we'll move Alex X up a bit. And, I don't think there's any real benefit to keeping extra action points. However, Alex X is very good at, we'll say, she's good at hitting at long range, you know, with her spell. So I'm gonna keep her there, and then I'm gonna move, maybe Shannon Half Sky up. And the reason I'm doing this is because if someone does happen to come around the corner, then I can go ahead and blast them. And I've got, you know, I've got confidence that I'll be able to hit. The intercom begins speaking as soon as you approach. Holmes must be watching from somewhere. Probably cameras. Do you see any cameras? I don't see any cameras. Anyways, you don't understand, do you? This is a place for broken things, but only by further breaking them can they be remade. And so, we must break you. I don't know, that's kind of a chilling line to me. It's like, it's kind of cool in a way. I don't know, I like the way that's written. Alright, so Shannon Half Sky has moved up. You know what? She's wounded. We're wounded. I'm gonna go ahead and use my my healing spell to actually, who needs it the most? Actually, you need it the most. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and heal what is it, Iron Liz? And we're gonna get her to sort of move up next to Alex. And basically we're gonna continue our way down this hallway. Actually, I'll move her all the way up because, like I said, she's a melee character. She should be near the front of the pack. Alright, yeah, we're gonna keep things slow here. Alright. Move up bit by bit. I'm gonna move her into this sort of, I guess, doorway. And if there's anyone in there, yes, there are. There's a violent patient. Okay. So I'm trying to decide. Do I move it? It looks like it's a single, there's basically a single line here. It's a very narrow sort of pathway. So I feel like if I put Iron Liz in here, I can sort of, we'll say, block them from moving out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to Alex and basically provide armor. Yes, we're gonna hit. We're gonna put armor down on Iron Liz, which we can't because we're out of line of sight. So I'm gonna try moving over here and hope I can see her from there. Yes, I can, and we're gonna put armor on her, and we're gonna sort of use her to block it off. So that way, this way here, if she goes into this narrow pathway, she can take them on one at a time. So we're gonna have our Iron Liz go up, hit that violent patient. You know, I hate to be coming in here and hacking up patients, but you know, they are basically enemies, and they will be coming in here to attack us, to kill us. And I don't necessarily know if we have any, we'll say, non-violent means of actually subduing them. I wonder if we could have just walked away. You know, we would have probably aggroed them, but doesn't Alex X have a... Okay, we'll check for the next turn. I believe she has a spell that would sort of mind wipe them, right? Yeah, it was mind wipe. That's what it's called. And you know, maybe we could have done this without killing them. But now we're kind of like we're in too deep. We have to finish this. All right, so now it's gonna be their turn. She's gonna swing and a miss. Now, I believe my healing spell is probably off cooldown, so we're gonna go ahead and continue, we'll say, healing our team here. Just because, you know, I want them to be at full health as much as possible, and I want to be able to do it without using, we'll say, healing kits. Actually, I'm gonna maybe, yeah, I'll move up here. Why not? We'll have a whole line of us. So Shannon Half Sky is gonna go ahead and miss again. You are terrible with that pistol. She does have a spell at this point. It's probably off cooldown, but I guess we're just not gonna use that. You know, we're supposed to be the good guys, but here we are, we're just like hacking up patients. But then again, why do these patients have weapons? Like, you'll notice this violent patient's actually holding something. It's like a crowbar. What kind of hospital lets people get their hands on weapons? And he's out of ammo. I've neglected to keep track of his ammo, so he's gonna spend the next round reloading his gun, and she's gonna take a hit, but I guess the armor reduced damage a bit. Alright, guy down, and we're gonna basically keep moving. We'll go ahead and heal her as soon as my healing spell is off of cooldown. I'm gonna actually, we'll say, renew her armor to make sure she's got that up constantly, because like I said, she's gonna be up at the front of the pack. Now, when we go into this room here, I did notice those ley lines, so we do want to basically get on those, and that will, you know, that'll let us, well, we'll find out. We'll find out. So let's see here. Shannon Half Sky. I guess we'll put her on the. No, actually, you know what? I'm gonna get Portex too, because this guy's much better with a gun than she is. So he's gonna be better for a sustained fight if he can get behind some cover there. Now we do see a mental patient. We're actually gonna wait here until you know, we'll verify if this guy is going to become violent and attack us, because we're low on AP. Alright, so it doesn't appear that he is going to be attacking us at all. I'm gonna use basically two whole action points just getting to a ley line. I'm not sure if that's gonna be worth it. But at the same time, I'm kind of curious as to what the effect will be of that. But I'm probably gonna be running into a room full of baddies. Yes, baddies, that's what we're calling them. Alright, I'm gonna run on in. We're gonna do the crazy. And I don't know why. This is a very terrible move, but you know, it's for science, right, guys? I'm actually gonna send my Street Samurai in right into the middle of the room to sort of, we'll say, grab the attention. And Shannon Half Sky, you go ahead and, I don't know, take cover here, behind this tray of sharp instruments that can be knocked into your face. Now, they're mental. The unstable mental patient and mental patient, and I don't see anything else in the room. It's not like we've got any items in here we're actually looking for. Oh, okay. Chances are they're going to attack, and I could get a shot off, but I'm not going to. I'm going to end it. I'm going to end it here, just because I'm curious to see if they are going to be violent. Like I said, I was curious. I wanted to see what was in this room, but let's see. Yep, of course. The guy's got a bat. Yeah, Jason, what did you expect him to do? Oh, they've got grenades. Yes, who gives their mental patients grenades? Really? Come on, people. Alright, so I'm actually a little bit more severely wounded, so I'm gonna go ahead and heal Alex X. It does say ley line on it. Is there a description as to what a ley line will do for me? Like, all it does is say plus ley line. It doesn't actually tell me what the effect of that is. Can I see that on here? No, I can't see that on here. That doesn't tell me anything. A little bit unfortunate. I was kind of hoping it would maybe spell it out for me a little bit more. I guess I'll have to look at, I don't know, a manual or something. So let's go ahead and heal. Let's see what kind of effects we get here. 12 HP. And what's it supposed to normally heal? Heals all the damage from the most recent attack. Okay, that's all it does. So it's not like it's a set value. Wait, so my most recent value is... Whatever. We're gonna go ahead and hit the next guy with Acid Stream. And let's actually make it... let me see. Acid Stream does a total of 9 damage plus 6 ongoing. So, this guy here's... Actually, no, she had a grenade, didn't she? Trying to decide who's actually a bigger problem. I'm actually going to target the unstable mental patient, and the reason for that is I feel like this guy here is going to get taken down by these, by Portex, Shannon Half Sky, and Iron Liz. However, I feel that this one here is probably maybe a bit behind cover, and given, we'll say, Shannon Halfsky's, we'll say, track record for accuracy is probably going to be missed altogether. So we're going to go ahead and cast this and see what this does. Weak, only 6 damage. So I'm not sure exactly what a ley line is even supposed to do. Oh, wait, something actually, I just noticed this. We have, interesting, there's a skull icon. Now, it only came up when I selected Shannon, so I'm assuming that, like the ley lines only appear for Alex, there's something in here that only Shannon can, is aware of / is capable of interacting with. My curiosity is getting the better of me. Let's see what this is. Oh, that's cool. It's the Apocalypse. We've summoned the Apocalypse in the Mental Institute. All right, that's cool. I like summoning the Apocalypse. What can the Apocalypse do? He can cast Disease, which is an area of effect. How this guy here does not appear to be, we'll say, not offensive. He's not offensive. He's not yelling profanities at your mother. He's doesn't seem to be violent, so we're gonna avoid attacking him. We're gonna also hit. Maybe we'll hit, no, we'll hit her with acid. We're gonna miss miserably. Okay, so it basically seems like maybe there was something in that box that we were able to sort of summon or bring forth, or I don't even really understand what happened there, but it was cool anyways. Like, I don't know, we summoned the Apocalypse, right? There we go. There's the name of this episode. We've summoned the Apocalypse. We're bringing the Apocalypse upon us. Alright, he's got his back to us, but that's not really gonna matter. We'll just hack at him twice and do weak, pitiful damage. But, alright, whatever, sure, why not. And, oh, good, got a crit. Oh, and now he's violent. Well, I'm just gonna eat my words. And I just got shot twice. Awesome. Now, that's right, it only heals the last thing that, last injury I sustained. So I'm not really sure what the ley line actually does. Like, I assumed standing on it would do something, but it doesn't appear that I really do any more damage. Doesn't seem to help with my cooldowns. I don't know what a ley line actually does. I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna have to look that up. So, anyways, let's go ahead and, she's gonna die on her next turn because of the acid. We're gonna focus on this crazy person over here, who apparently is now offensive. Yeah, freaking offensive people. So we're gonna blast him. He's gonna lose 1 action point, which is excellent for us. And then we're gonna hit him 14 damage. Wait, 14 damage. If I recall correctly, that was only supposed to do 10 at normal. So does the ley line add a base amount of damage? I'm not too sure. Okay, so this is basically a spirit that we're controlling. Now, it has a chance of escaping of 7%, and it goes up to 8% if I give it 2 actions. Oh, I like this mechanic. So basically, there's a chance that the thing goes ahead and just goes crazy and starts attacking everyone. And basically, we lose control of the beast for every turn that we retain control of it. And we can actually make it do more stuff if we, if we're okay with it having a higher escape chance. So let's go ahead and bring it right up to 4 AP for a 10% chance of basically of escaping our control. And hopefully that will be enough to cause it to, I don't know, wreak some havoc here. It does appear, however, that we can only cast spells with it? Really? Okay, well, let's, I don't know, cast Disease? We can't do that. Why can't we do that? Banish Spirit. I don't want to banish the Spirit yet, I wanted to attack with it. Okay, so let's see here. This is enemies within a range of 3 squares of the spirit are infected for -5 HP. Oh, within range of the... I should learn to read. I just saw AoE 3. I'm like, okay, cool, I can hit whatever. But if I go ahead and cast this, then that means I'm likely going to infect a friendly here, so... Alright, well, let's just go ahead and banish the spirit. He's pretty useless, and we wasted an action point on Shannon because... well, it was for science, right? We did an experiment. So let's go ahead and I don't know. Actually, there's no spells that are really beneficial. Let's just take the shot and miss again. All right, Alright, well, let's go slice him twice, take him down, and then she's probably gonna go down on the next turn. And actually, let's try to make sure of that by putting some rounds into her. But Portex misses, of course, because... Oh, okay, so she doesn't take more damage. That's excellent. Sure. Sorry. I don't know. I feel like at this point I'm not really providing commentary so much as I'm just sort of narrating what's happening. And then it's like Alex steps up to the plate. She's readying her flamethrower. And oh yeah, can she do this? And she's firing the fireball, and it's a hit. All right, so basically we're done with that. She is wounded. We're gonna basically probably there I am. We'll say linking words together in very awkward ways again. We're gonna keep her near the back. What are you? You are wounded as well. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna do a little bit of we'll say exploiting the turn-based system here. We're gonna sort of slowly move up, but I'm going to just sort of move them back and forth until I can get them all healed as much as possible from Alex. So we'll be back in just a second. All right, so basically what I did was I just tapped end twice to basically end 2 turns, and then that way there Alex could just basically keep using her her healing spell on these basically on her friends. So this door here is locked. I don't believe we have anyone who can actually hack through the door. At least not directly from the door. We don't have anyone who can actually pick the lock either. I don't think there's a thief type amongst us. Actually, is there even a thief type? I don't know if lockpicking is even a thing. I just know that this doorway is locked and we need to continue probably down this hallway here to see if maybe there's a way to unlock it. So we're gonna go ahead and move the party up. We're gonna... Oh, I've only got 1 action point. Alright. I guess Alex is taking up the rear. We'll get Shannon Half-Sky up because she needs to be straight up close and personal to be able to even have a chance of hitting anyone. Now, I'm noticing that the ammo here, I need to make sure that on my, we'll say, next turn here, so this one right here, that maybe we only move up by 1, and I make sure that everyone has their guns loaded because we don't know what's around this corner. Alright, everyone, load your guns. And now we're gonna go ahead and end the turn. You know, if I was playing this game, and it kept track of how many turns everything took, it would drive me nuts because I'd always be sort of shooting for the lowest number of turns possible. And, oh, what have we got here? We've got an ex-surgeon. Alright, so maybe if I put Alex right around here, she can fire around the corner. No, line of sight's still blocked. Huh. However, he's probably going to be able to, if he has a weapon, yeah, he does have a weapon, I see it in his hand. I can still put armor on. I can't, really? Not within line of sight. Really? Like, look at this. She can't just look around the corner and cast a spell on, no, she can't, okay. You know, I like the system, the game is cool, but sometimes I think the little annoyances like that, well, are, well, they're annoying. So he's got a shotgun. Oh, and he's got friends. Wait, a mental patient. So a mental patient comes over with a baseball bat. Yeah, this is a really messed up hospital. All right, now I'm not so sure I want to get her in close range, especially against the guy with a shotgun. Now if I move out of cover here with Alex, he's going to shotgun me in the face, and I don't want to be shotgunned in the face. So I face a dilemma here. What do I do? Do I... Wait. Targeting ignores all enemies. Last 2 rounds. So what I want to do is I'm going to step out, use Mind Wipe on the ex-surgeon, and that will take him out of combat for 2 rounds. In that time, we can maybe deal with this, this mental patient, and then basically be in a position to just sort of open up fire on him. That's what we're gonna try to do. We're gonna, okay, step out, and Mind Wipe. Mind Wipe? No. Mind Wipe needs 2 action points. I should have noticed that. Well, I'm out in the open now. Might as well go ahead and open fire. So we're gonna hit him with Acid Stream. And I probably should have hit him with the electrical attack to basically reduce his action points. That would have been yeah, that would have been better. Actually, can I increase friendly's AP by 1? Does that grant me an extra AP point now? It does. Oh, I should have waited. Darn it, there's so many I shouldas. It's like I shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? Alright, now, we know that when I hit him, I did double damage. So I did 18 damage, and that brought down about half of his health. So we know that he's got probably about 40 points of damage. So if I hit him again, it's probably not going to do anything. But we can reduce his action points. So we're going to hit him with the lightning bolt. And hopefully that will prevent him from being able to really maybe fire back too much. He'll probably be able to get one shot off, but... Now, I don't want to have her run up because... Give me a second, I want to think about my next move carefully. Okay, I don't want Iron Liz to get any closer, and I hate using consumables when it comes to, like, combat. However, I feel like maybe a frag grenade would work well in this case. So basically, dropping a frag grenade, like, right here will catch both the ex-surgeon and the mental patient in the blast, and that, basically, we're you know, hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. Yeah, and that it also keeps her behind cover. So let's go ahead and lob the grenade off. Does a decent amount of damage, and he's really low on health, so I'm really hoping that when it comes to the next turn, the acid stream, basically the acid dude goes ahead and, you know, finishes him off. Cortex, I'm gonna get you to move up. Actually, I could take him out now. No, it's very low chance of hitting. Okay, fingers crossed, guys, fingers crossed! Missed. Alright. Yes, and the acid takes him out. Excellent. Alright. And I got 3 actions points because Shannon House guy gave me an extra point of AP. And I don't believe anyone has gotten harmed yet, so let's go ahead and just use a flamethrower for now. It does say a measly 6 points of damage, but then we're gonna go ahead and just use Power Bolt, which does even less damage, but alright, that's cool. And you're actually able to hit from that angle. Cool. Okay. So, actually, you do have Mana Bolt, and that will be recharged before our next fight, so I'm gonna go ahead and get her to use that on the mental patient. There's a lot of weak hits on this guy. Basically, we're doing half damage with each hit, but... And done. Alright, cool. Alright, we're doing good. We are doing good. This whole floor has been, Actually, it's been pretty cool. Like, we haven't even gotten into that area yet. I don't know if we can get into that area. We'll find out. You know, maybe there's a computer panel back here to hack. I don't know. Like, I'm wondering if there's a class that can get through locked doors. Maybe the engineer, or not an engineer. What's the name of it? Not a decker. Come on, brain. It'll come to me. I'll look it up later, and then I'll act like I remembered. That's what I'll do. Yeah, I'll look it up, and I'll be like, "Hey guys, I remembered after I was reading the manual, and I totally looked at the name." Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and end the turn. That way, there, you know, actually, we'll end the turn again, just to ensure that, you know, all of our cooldowns are done, and we'll get, yeah, we'll get her to just run up. And there doesn't appear to be anyone there, so we're gonna run into the room. There appears to be 2 things that we can go ahead and investigate. There's this small tray. And let's see what this says. The surgical cart contains a gate key. There we go. And, alright, so actually I'll keep these 2 out here, because it's obvious we're gonna be backtracking. However, I do want to investigate over here, because there's another, we'll say, magnifying glass mark. The smell of rotting flesh is immense. The remains appear to be from multiple metahumans. So they just got a pile of bodies sitting back there. This place is effed up, man. Like, seriously, this is just effed up. That's just yes. Very, 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 very effed up. Like we're talking like, what, yeah. I don't even have words for this. I'm just like, can you imagine coming across that in real life? Like, think about that. Like, we see these things in games all the time, but how often do you actually stop and put yourself in that situation? Like, If I was really role-playing this, I would honestly be sitting there for a second kind of going, oh my god. Like, I don't know. I just think it would be rather gross. Yes. I think most, we'll say, decent human beings would also think the same thing. Okay, let's go ahead and open the door. What horrors lie behind the door? Alright. And we've got something. Dr. Holmes. From another intercom, Dr. Holmes continues. Someone once told me that I was a broken thing, but he also said I could remake myself. He wanted to break me down so I could put myself back together again, and I did, but only after I broke him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is pretty incriminating stuff. Like, even if you're not the Ripper, there's some heavy evidence here that you're pretty screwed up in the head, man. I could remake you as well. What wonderfully twisted thoughts must churn in a mind such as yours. But I'm more inclined to use you for parts. Okay, yeah, that's cool. And what have we got here? We have a crazed patient. Does he have an assault rifle? Like seriously, what kind of hospital is this? I'm like, all right, your treatment is you get an AK-47. That is healing. That is healing right there. Okay, so we're gonna sort of move up. I'm going to go ahead and hopefully that patient doesn't see us yet. And I'm going to go ahead and I can't cast haste, of course, because I used an action point. Okay, well, let's just hope he doesn't run out of the room after us just yet. I could probably do stuff through bars. We're gonna move Portux up a bit. Alright, oh yes, and of course he's out. And he's running around like a crazy person. That's cool. That's like a crazy person. I realized what I said after I said I'm like, crazed patient. Yes, he's running around like a crazy person. Alright, so the acid stream didn't do a whole lot. And, you know, I don't know if you were trying to run away from me, but the fact that you're carrying a shotgun and you're big and scary, and I'm sorry, but you're also a crazed patient. It says right on your name tag, crazed patient. I figured I should be, you know, dealing with that. Let's put some armor on Iron Liz because she's about to run up and get up close and personal with the guy with the... Actually, I'm not sure if that is an assault rifle. Is that a shotgun? It's a very large gun, regardless. So we're gonna go ahead and let her run up and start hacking away. Now the guy's got quite a bit of health, but that's awesome. We got a nice critical hit, reduced the action points by 1, and did, what is it, 20 points of damage? Nice. Now I'm wondering what would be more beneficial. We can do a straight up 8 points of damage, which is going to hit, or we could go ahead and give Iron Liz an extra point, an extra action point, and then potentially, you know, hit for like another 20. So it's kind of a gamble. Do I want the chance of doing tons of damage? But you know what, that 20, that's on a yeah, you know what, let's do that. We're gonna cast haste on Iron Liz. It'll give her the extra action point, and then she can go ahead and do at least 10 points of damage. So we still did 2 points more than if we had just cast Mana Bolt. Or was it Power Bolt? I don't even remember. Okay, well, 65% chance. Let's hopefully hit him. Yes! Took him down before he had a chance to do anything to us. I really like the I like these kinds of combat systems. You know, I believe I've mentioned this before, and like actually in previous episodes where, you know, I like games like Fire Emblem and XCOM. I mentioned Wasteland in this episode. Now, I like those kind of games where you're really sort of thinking about your moves before you do them. In a way, it's a little bit more appealing to me than, say, you know, like we'll say the JRPG or like the Final Fantasy style where you have a party where you just basically you're just sort of hacking away without any, say, real regard about your position. You know, it's I like it, the strategy thing where becoming more powerful doesn't always necessarily mean, you know, now you're strong enough to take on a god. It just means you're more skilled, and you're skilled enough to basically know how to avoid being hit and have the skills to help you survive. Okay, so we've got a doctor here. He appears to have a machete, and a hospital security who's probably got a gun in his hand. So Iron Liz, I'm gonna this is actually, it looks like she's pretty far to be taking cover, but it does show a shield, so we'll have her move up here behind this cover. Now she can't really do anything from here. Let's actually switch over to the gun for her and take a shot anyways. It's a very low % chance of hitting, but otherwise she's just going to be sitting there, and I don't want to waste that action point. So let's at least try to hit, and we miss. Alex wants to get to that ley line, so we're going to use the 2 points to put her right down on there. I don't know why, but apparently ley lines are good things, so yeah. And we'll say Shannon. We'll get you to move up, and we can put slow on somebody. Actually, we can hit either one of them with slow. That'll slow down their movement. Now, since this guy is a melee character, since the doctor is a melee character, we're gonna cast slow on him, and that should that'll prevent him from getting within melee range for maybe an extra turn. So his movement has been slowed. That's good. Portex. Let's move up. He's getting he's about, what, halfway down on his ammo? Actually, no, he's got a decent amount of ammo, I think. And we did 9 points of damage. Not bad. Evidently, that wasn't enough to slow him down. That slow spell is pretty terrible. Seriously, that is a crappy slow spell. I find it very interesting, though, that the hospital security did not react. Like, I'm not complaining. I'm totally cool with that, but I just find it interesting. Alright, so we'll hit him with Lightning Bolt, and that will prevent him from being able to... Actually, wow! -3 AP. And apparently he's sleeping? Alright, so we electrocuted him into submission at this point, and I guess we'll just roast him. Now, what I could have done, I think maybe would have been a better idea, is actually just had Iron Liz attack, because she is a more melee character, and she was the guy was standing right next to her, and that would have freed me up to be able to cast spells at the hospital security. However, he hasn't reacted, so I'm actually going to go ahead and assume he doesn't know we're here. Even though there was gun shooting and everything, he has not reacted to us. So we're gonna just maybe cast haste on Alex, because Alex is a big damage dealer. So is Iron Liz, and we're gonna actually wait until the next turn and see if he attacks. If he does attack, then that sucks. But if he doesn't, then we basically can just run up and tear him to shreds. Oh, there we go. But line of sight blocked. I should have put the haste on her. Okay, we'll just run over and take a few swings. That's a good hit, very good hit. Another decent, solid second hit, and he appears to be sleeping as well. Alright, so we'll use Portex to finish him off, and I'm pretty sure we're done with this floor. Dang. Just a single floor took us a little while. Now, there is an item over here I do see, we'll say, flashing. It's trying to get our attention. It's like, take me! By all means, come. You have proven yourself a truly fine specimen. I can think of 100 uses for one such as you. What? Okay, so I found something back there. The Trivid player holds a collection of personal diaries. Some of the video files are missing. Okay, insert in playback Tridio number 1. Got some cut-out chips in last week. Tried them out on the patients with violent flashbacks, hoping it would at least mellow them out some. It was like night and day. Once the chip was installed, all of their psychotic break triggers were blocked. Miss Yuskin has gone 4 days without attacking the staff or herself. Well, that's good. Yeah. Playback Tridio number 6. I was working on the organ grinders downtown, and there was some kind of event happening at Mega Media. They had a puppet there from Maria Mercurial's label with a Personafix chip installed, making her an exact doppelganger. They were just using her to hawk some SimSense re-release of the Mercurial Lives show, but it gave me an idea. The cutouts, the body modifications, and my healthy supply of, patience, I'm perfectly set up to be a Bunraku fixer. If I can find a supplier for Personafix chips, I can sell full-service Bunraku, even program the behavior trees. You know what? I have no idea what any of that means. I usually hate it in a game when they have like an encyclopedia where you have to read it to get like, information. You know, actually, no, that's a bad example because I actually liked that. No, actually, you know, like Final Fantasy 13, I was going to say how a lot of the backstory you actually have to read for it, but I like reading, so I guess I don't really hate it, but I wish something like that was included in Shadowrun. I do like, we'll say, Shadowrun's method of storytelling much better than Final Fantasy 13, however, but anyways, that's a story for another time. Let's play back Trinio number 8. Found a buyer for the first Bunraku. A man in the Barrens offered me 20,000 new yen for the female troll I've been modifying. He likes them big, he says. All that's left is to arrange delivery. He says he can put me in touch with some more buyers if I'll accommodate special orders. These morons' lives are already over anyways. The least they could do is line my pockets. Yeah, so the guy is completely without any sort of additional merit. The guy is unscrupulous to the bone. He's basically taking mental patients, and from what it sounds like, he's we'll say putting chips into them that actually alter who they are. So he's basically replacing their personality and selling them off as slaves. And the guy is just sick. All right, leave the Trivid player. All right, well, we got another 4 points of karma, so that gives us a total of 8. I'm not sure if that's enough to really do anything. Well, we can get a point in body. That'll give us 10 more health. That's not bad. What about our spellcasting ability here? Ooh, we actually can increase willpower. Used to calculate the chance to hit with magical attacks. Also used to reduce the chance to be hit by enemy magical attacks. So, do we want an extra 10 points of, we'll say, health? Or do we want something that's going to increase, you know, basically our magical prowess? Main component to calculate the chance to hit with certain spells. Increasing the skill unlocks special abilities. Let's see, what is this? Let's see, that just says maximum. So it doesn't really, there's not really any other special abilities to actually unlock at this point. What do these do? It increases spellbook slots. Yeah, so there's not really any major increase left for us up at this high. However, at the same time, I feel like, you know, an extra 10 points of health, is that really that big of a deal? Or should, you know, maybe we put some, start thinking about putting points in different attributes, like maybe charisma, so we can talk our way through things. Because if we, because if we put a point in here, we would get a new etiquette. And that but the thing is, are we gonna get a chance to use that? Actually, you know what? They do a pretty good job of allowing you to choose that, or use your skills, so there's a good chance of that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to stop, because actually I'm way over my time for today. I've actually got to get going. So before we go ahead and through this door, I'm gonna go ahead and save the game. And I'm going to think about what I'm going to do with my karma. So we're going to go ahead and save the game. We're going to go ahead and just create new save. That works for me. And the game has been saved. So next time we're going to go through this door, and we're going to basically go to the next section of this hospital of horrors. So if you like this content and would like to see more, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, leave it a thumbs down. Either way, let me know what you thought in the comment section. And until next time, I'd like to ask you all to game on.